Welcome back everyone to my latest Galactic Civilizations 3 Let's Play, playing as the Terran Resurgence, a custom race that I've created especially for this game that has -2 to every single racial trait possible, making it a very difficult challenge. And since the actual last time I recorded, I've actually put it up on Steam Workshop as well, so if you have any interest in actually downloading a custom race, you can find it on there. Now, last time I recorded, I actually didn't record many videos, had to cut short the session. It's been a while since I recorded, so quite a few videos have gone up on YouTube now. And I should thank you as well for not only viewing these videos, but giving the odd like and comments along the way, and even sharing the odd video. So thank you for that. Because it's been a while since I recorded last, I've got to remember a few things. What I've done since last video is actually create some new ships. I've added a few two constructors in the list here. So that one has a couple of constructor modules, and this one is as fast as I can make it pretty much. Well, I haven't said that I haven't put iron drives on because they cost maintenance. These ones are a bit cheaper, so I've used them instead. I'm actually going to try and potentially rescue this colony before I lose it. I'm still not aware of how the rebellion works. It could be after 10 turns you lose the colony. I think that's how it used to work for a while, but not sure when I started to get a rebellion. It's probably longer than 10 turns ago. So I'm actually starting to get a constructor. I'm gonna maybe use one or two to try and rescue it. Potentially I can turn the situation around because the influence is going up, and I can definitely get that up a tiny bit higher. So on 1.1 there you can see the influence. That's 1.3. I need to get the morale up as well, the approval to do something about that, to reverse it potentially. If I could get it up, then eventually I could flip that planet. So there's issues of me putting constructors here though. The Iconians might get annoyed with me, which I definitely don't want, but yeah, I'm not going to meekly hand them over a planet. Now, last time, since I actually recorded, I've updated all my colonies. So you can see here on Infernum, I actually changed my governance settings, so it's actually now 5% on social. So that's going to ensure that this social engineering terraforming gets done this turn. I probably only needed 1 or 2% actually. But I'm still upgrading all of the factories here. So with the solar plant going up there recently, that's gone up quite a bit. So we're going to have quite a bit of manufacturing. And I'll take you through my other planets as well. So those two are really just starting out. I believe that's the first intimidation center I've got going up. Some morale will come up here, and also we'll start to get some ideology points. My precursor worlds are getting done pretty nicely, and even my non-precursor worlds now are starting to get enough production where they're actually becoming a bit useful. But yeah, almost everywhere has a long way to go in terms of upgrading infrastructure still. I think it's a couple of turns before I can do any Diplo trades. I've got a couple of ships I've taken off automated movement this turn just so I can better manage them. A couple of colony ships. Right, so let's bring that there. And this one's coming down here, wasn't it? Okay. Bring that to there. I think that's it for the turn. Hopefully I haven't forgotten anything. Okay, checking my notes, see if I've missed anything. Don't think I have. Right. Right, what is this? Incoming message. Despite our prodigious strength compared to the Terran Resurgence, we find you do have knowledge that we still lack. Give us information about diplomacy, and we may overlook the temptation to take advantage of your relative weakness. Now, we've got peace with them because of my neutral ideology trait for until 1081, I think it is. But I wouldn't mind keeping them on side, so I think I will give it to them. They're going to keep on asking for things, all of these AIs are, so maybe I should just be handing over all my tech straight away, but I'm not sure I like doing that. So I'm going to say yes for now. We should get a +2 relations because of that. It's not showing up there though. I think with a snafu earlier on, yeah, you gave us a gift. I assume. Not sure why that's not showing up actually. So last time I traded with people was about 8 turns. I think it's every 9 turns these days before you can speak to people. If we go through these. I'm not sure why the Marauders aren't allowing me to trade because it actually says I last traded with them 12 turns ago, I think. And it's not allowing me to trade currently. Hopefully that's not completely bugged out. Let's explore around here, not expecting to find anything. I think I'll bring that up there rather than the survey ship. I've kind of lost out on a lot of anomalies here with that survey ship because I brought it up to Altarian space and they would have, well, it would seem that they've used their survey ship to look for anomalies in the area. This pirate can only move 2 tiles per turn, but don't want to go too near it, so I'll probably bring this back down towards there. 5 movements. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gonna have to bring it into there, aren't I? 5. Okay. I think there's a genuine chance of finding planets here. Let's see how it goes. So we're gonna bring it to there next, I think. Pirates. Right, nothing there so far. Let's bring it down there. I think I'll take that off water now. So it's there next, is it? That's ruler 3. I've got colonies to do, so this one, how much is in a social? I'll probably build a factory there. Right, I've completed a constructed there. I've got 152, that's enough to make whatever I want basically, so I'm probably going to be switching the capital over to social, get a 10 in the bank to upgrade the manufacturing. This, now sadly the Iconians actually made a starbase here, that's going to prevent me from putting a starbase near to this. It's up to 56% now, so that went up 7%, so 7% a turn. It's not long before I'm going to lose that probably. I'm going to bring this down to here. I think I'm going to try and make a culture starbase, which is probably going to annoy the Iconians more than an econ starbase would, but I don't have a whole lot of experience actually with making culture starbases. I haven't really needed to previously in other games. Yeah, this minus 30% to influence is causing issues here. So let's bring that down there. Right, so I have no idea how many colonies I've got to do, but I'm going to take a few minutes out to do this now. Colonies are done for the turn. I've actually switched my governor to 100% social manufacturing this turn with all of the accrued manufacturing in the shipyard. I'm planning on actually making the manufacturing capital here on Infernum in the very near future, as soon as I can get enough accrued manufacturing here to be able to build it in a turn basically, and still pump out whatever ship I happen to want to make here, more than likely a colony ship. Actually, I need to make sure I put a tiny percentage into military, I think, otherwise it doesn't actually pump out the whatever ship you got going. There's a ship on automation I need to take off as well this turn, if I can find it. Let's go back here, where is it? Right, there it is. Right, let's take this off just before I end the turn. So bring that down to here, bust through the fog, and I'm actually at a movement there, and I think that's the only one I've got. It's quite useful coming into here actually and sticking on the sort by move so you can see what's on automated that way. That's what I tend to do, and it tends to get cut out the video pretty often just to save time, but now you know. Right, let's end the turn. So we're going to have a colony ship coming down here. Think I can trade this in. I'm not sure if I'm going to. I kind of need to be a bit careful. I want to have open borders with some of these civs potentially, and I need to make sure some of these deals run out at the right time. That's 9 turns, then I could redo the open borders with them, for instance. Let's just check something. Yeah, I can trade this turn, so I'm going to have a look in there in a bit, see if I want to do something. Money issues are becoming, well, much more of an issue potentially. Because I have my, well, plus 30% maintenance and all of my ways of gaining income lessened by 30%, that's a big issue potentially. That reminds me as well, I should mention something as well here. These precursor world bonuses are actually really good. I've tried loading up a different game to see how good they were, and they give huge bonuses, so I actually want to get them at some stage. So with my precursor worlds, I'm probably going to be keeping them to type, including this one here, which is a gets a bonus to gross income, so I'm going to build a ton of wealth here. I probably need a bit more wealth worlds than I'm used to making, potentially because of extra maintenance, and I generate less money. I need to get the ability to actually make trade ships pretty soon, freighters. That would help. Okay, gotta avoid the pirates there. Oh, okay, we've actually found another habitable planet. Wasn't expecting that. Let's gonna move a bit before actually colonizing here. So I've got 4 movements. 1, 2. Right, I've got 2 movement left. I'll finish that in a second. This one, I think I'll come over to there first, but not expecting anything. Okay, I'm up to 19 planets, so it looks like I'm definitely going to get over 20. Could potentially get a lot more than 20. Similar map settings with the Snaffy. In my last Let's Play I got about 28 planets, I think it was. And who knows, I may even be able to get more in this, crazily enough. Right, if I look 3 around there, yes I have. Depends how well the Drengen and the Snaffy colonizing. Iconians and Altarians aren't doing very well at all. Come back to that. This one, rule 3. Let's come down here. Okay. And yeah, there's another habitable planet there. Okay, very good one as well. Class 16. This constructor ship. No, I can't make a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't make a starbase within 5 tiles of another starbase, so I've got to really plan this out well. That's up to 64%. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That line there. 1, 2, 3. So maybe there, is it? 2, 3, 4, 5. If I want to really pack them in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's within influence. Now, arguably, if I'm going to make a culture starbase, arguably I want it right next to it. But if I want more than one, then yeah, I should have it. Be careful where I place it. And I think that would be the best tile. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so I think I'll put a culture starbase here. Let's construct starbase. That's actually the first Starbase I'd made, which surprised me. Pirates have a weird asteroid starbases. I can have a culture in there. I doubt I've got many modules that I can actually put on this, though, to be honest. You can see that it comes under the available targets. It's within range. I can't even remember if I've ever made a culture starbase before. So dedicate starbase to helping spread your influence, thoughts to galaxy. Well done. Start up with the spelling and grammar as usual. So influence growth +1. Yeah, let's try that then. Put Starbase module. And looks like there's some options here. There's a cultural forum. And oh wow, diplomatic outpost helps extend your cultural influence. So there's actually quite a even diplomacy, which I wasn't aware of. So yeah, I might be getting some more constructors down to that. Now, I think that extended the influence a bit then. Not really sure, to be honest. I think I'll stick another one in the list. Get it down here quickly. I'm gonna have to switch my governor back this turn. Okay, so how much production is 239? Yeah, I'll get done easily. So I think with a couple of culture star bases I may be able to save this, hopefully. I've got my colonies to do, so I'm going to do that now. I'm actually thinking of trading this resource this turn, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do it yet. So what I want to do first is actually colonize these, see if I get any more trade resources to trade. So let's colonize this one first. This is Hammer. It's a class 16 planet. And the event I'm going to take here, probably pragmatic, I'm thinking. So there's extra research and extra manufacture. I think that's probably the best one going anyway. So yeah, let's pick that there. I do have a trade resource, this extra growth rate, which I don't want to trade. And it's actually a sensor range. I think I might want to trade that. So let's stick that on there. Let's take that off, and I'm gonna have to figure out where I'm gonna place factories. So yeah, I think I'm gonna be trading that. I've got to figure that out in a minute. I've got a colony ship, which I believe I should bring down here. So I'm gonna have it come to there. The Iconians actually picked up the extreme colonization tech. They've nicked that planet at some point. The Altarians are up to 7 planets, and the Snaffy are up to 12 now, so they are actually colonizing a bit all of a sudden. I'll come back to that in a second. Right, this is the last lane to move this turn. So I still want to go pragmatic. This has a minus to growth, so that would be minus 55%, but a big bonus to social. Hershey is called. So it's minus to approval, minus to manufacturing, or minus to population growth. Didn't that just have population growth minus 5% to manufacturing? It's a small planet, so approval's not that important. Yeah, I think I'll take the pragmatic pick here as well. Okay, let's put that on there. Let's put that there. So I'm gonna have to figure that out in a second. So pragmatic points are up to 35. I've actually started to make some of these buildings, those that's going to start to help out in a bit. So we're going to be coming up here very soon, basically, with those point picks. So I'm actually going to trade this thulium catalyst resource I've just picked up with this minor race. I'm also going to trade ultra spice, which I'm not actually using, and to pick up this really amazing tech which I've been trying to get for a while, which gives Hyperion Shrinker for extra cargo space and a medium hull tech, or medium hull ability I should say. I'm going to give some Epimethus Pollen extra range capacity, which I don't really want to trade, but of the options I've got here is probably the one that I'm most willing to trade. So I'm going to give him some of that. I'm going to give him enhanced production as well, tech, so For that as well, I can get some money out of him, which is going to be very useful. Still haven't picked up interstellar trade, but yeah, that's the piece. That's the trade deal I'm going to do there. And I could trade with. Well, I don't really want to give any of these techs action, and I've kind of run out of stuff there. I could actually now sign a non-aggression pact, but he says you must be joking. Doesn't cost me much to do that yet. To do that though. Exploration, what's that? Would you give money for that? Holy crap. I was not aware of that. Shea Chever's Sight in the Fog of War. So does that mean he can see all the planets I'm able to colonize? I don't think I want to do that yet. The eyes give you far too much for stuff. What about the Altarians? There's no trade deals yet, but my relations are going up there as well. So I'm going to have to keep an eye on that. These colonies, what am I going to do? I'm going to make factory there. Free one, and another one there. Probably terraform that as a good rin there. This colony, it's got some weird resources. I have no idea what I'm doing with this colony really yet, but I think I'm going to get a factory up there, and I think I'll make another one there and figure things out a bit more later on. Hyperion Shrinker I've just picked up, so I need to actually make that, so it's a question of where. Now I've been trying to figure out which of my planets are going to be military building, make Hyperion buildings I should say. Well, military buildings, kind of same thing really. So this one has a military bonus there, and I think that's where I'm actually going to be making the Hyperion Shrinker. I've made the Preparedness Center nearby, which will help out as well. So it's going to get a decent bonus in a bit. Let's put that up in the list. So that will give me an extra 30% cargo space, which is actually the same amount as the negative amount I'm getting from the ratio trait, but I can increase that further later on. In terms of other places where I think I want a military Hyperion building there eventually, but I need to terraform that a bit. Apart from those two, there isn't anywhere amazing yet. I'd have to terraform and build a lot of buildings, so yeah, I think that's what Hyperion building's going up in the short term at least. Right, let's finally end the turn. Took ages this turn. There's a constructor in the list. I think that's getting built this turn. Okay. That's my range has been lowered. It should have been a tiny bit now, but still pretty good range over here. Let's go down there. This colony. Yeah, could I have gotten close to that before? I think I might have been able to, and now I'm not able to. I'll come down to there, I think. It was worth it though. With that Hyperion Shrink over the extra cargo space, I can actually stick more range modules on my ships anyways. Let's come over here, is it? Okay, I've just found another precursor world. This one though requires atmospheric cleansing, so I'm not going to be getting that anytime soon. It's an experimental world, a world thought to have been used by the precursors for dangerous experimentation. If I zoom in a bit, we can see it a bit more. It will take a great deal of work to make it safe to colonize. That's different to my research one, isn't it? Where is my research one? Yeah, it's a research world, but that gives research bonus as well. Okay. Did I move completely? No, I didn't. 4 movement tiles. And there's a barren world there. Now, the Iconians have extreme technology, so I may want to try and trade for that, and then that would allow me to colonize that. So I'll come back to that in a bit. I've got 1 point of movement left. Okay. think I sent a colony ship, yeah, en route to here, so I guess I should keep on burning that down here. This constructor can come down here. What's that? That's gone up. I don't know by how much. I'm one turn away from getting a consulate in. It's going to be really close. Keep on to this. It's 1.2 influence. That's 1.3. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's pull that to. I think I can make a starbase there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I make another one culture one there. It's going to take a couple of turns to get there. Sadly, I might be able to save this world. This turn I've actually got enough manufacturing, I believe, to complete the manufacturing capital, so I destroyed the research lab that was there. I've switched my governor around to focus on socials. It's 98%, 2% into military to get a ship done this turn. I've got accrued manufacturing in the list as well. You can only actually see this by actually hovering on the manufacturing queue. Basically, accrued manufacturing is overflow from production having making previous projects or more usual buildings actually. So that's how I've gotten that amount. If I go to a shipyard as well, you can see that I've got a lot there this turn as well. So I should be able to make that this turn. Also, each and every planet queue and each and every shipyard has their own separate pool for accrued manufacturing. What have I got left this turn? So I've got this colony ship, and I'm actually going to do a diplomatic deal here with the Iconians. So I am actually going to have an exploration treaty and a non-aggression pact here, I think. And I'm going to take the extreme colonization tech from them in exchange for that and a bit of money. So I believe they can basically see what I can see. The non-aggression pact will mean they can't declare war on me for 50 turns, which I believe is a very good idea for me to grab off them. So they won't be able to declare war on me for until about turn 100 odd, I think, which means I can basically build up and not be a threat to them. At some stage I probably am going to want to declare war on people, so I have to time it correctly so I can declare war on them and they can't declare war on me until I'm ready, basically. So I think these are pretty good deals, and acquiring the extreme colonization tech means I can actually colonize that barren planet, which I just found. There's a lot of techs in here which I would very much like, but you can't get everything. At least I can't get them yet. So I'm going to do that deal. Okay, and I've got a deal with them running out for open borders in 15 turns. That gives me 6 turns leeway where I probably shouldn't trade with them again. Relations are brilliant. Tyrants are getting better. Snaffy isn't, sadly. But that now means I can colonize that planet. It is, well, let's go into here. So it was that tech and not that tech. I need that tech to colonize that. That's atmospheric cleansing. Right, so let's colonize this. This is Shandoria, actually. It's a class 10 world. Minus 50% of raw manufacturing. Now, certain extreme colonization planets, I need to find out about this, have certain bonuses. So the barren one, it mentions boost to manufacturing and military. I'm not sure exactly how it works, but I should keep that in mind here. So we've got the usual 3 options. That's research for the minus 100 credits for pragmatic. And that's actually the pick I'm going to make. I do not want the minus 20% to approval on top things. So yeah, let's pick that. I think I can just about afford it. Right, so let's put that, take that off. Terraforming, there's any decent rings. There's a population and wealth bonus there. There's a good ring there. That is research and sensors, so I could trade sensors this turn. That's a manufacturing bonus and research. So this is looking like a very good research world currently, isn't it? That's a research bonus, so I definitely want research there. Maybe I should have the manufacturing here instead of research then, I'm not sure. For the time being, I'll stick a free factory there, then I'll get the solar plants up there pretty soon after. Let's put that on. I get minus 50% to raw production here until I can get a tech beyond it, the barren one, which is going to take a long time. Right, let's end the turn. Looks like I've got site access now from the Colonial ships and planets. So maybe it isn't giving me site access to everything that they've found already. I don't think it is, but not 100% sure on that. Yeah. Right, so I've got a colony ship done there. Money's looking pretty good, but my deficit is really freaking high. I need to do something about that. Let's get moving this turn. So I could really do with finding some good anomalies like artifacts. But yeah, it's not happening at the moment. Okay. Let's find out about something. Did I complete that this turn? Yes, I did. Brilliant. Manufacturing's gone up an absolute ton. I'm going to switch things round in a minute. So let's put that on there, is it? Okay. I think I've got a colony ship coming down there already, so I'm going to go over that in that route. Snaffy or Dranger aren't going to be over there, so I don't think there's a big rush actually to get over to those planets. Oh, what is that? That is Drengen Empire borders. But we haven't found them yet. And they're actually there as well. So the Drengen must be down here and a Snaffly over there, I'm guessing. Okay. I've got to do my colonies this turn.